Hello, you guys. What's going on? My name is Megan Diamond So Cool, and I'm here with my best friend, Alicia Halverson. What's up, Alicia?
Hey, what's up,
So we
guys?
we are so excited, y'all. We have been doing some amazing stuff over here and way in South Dakota where Alicia's at. Look, we've been doing events, and that's what we want to talk to you guys about. I don't know if you've done an event so far. I would love to hear about your experience. But you guys, doing an event will build your confidence like ain't nobody's business, right? Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
100%.
Build your confidence. It'll grow your network, your team. I mean, it'll build excitement and momentum for your business, right? And also, events don't just benefit you, they aren't just for you, you guys. And we want to talk to you a little bit about why we say that, why we think that. Okay. So why do events, Alicia? Why do you do events?
Honestly, I think about it. I would rather personally do events just because if you think about Facebook and social media, Instagram, you're only reaching so many people per day. If you do an event, how many people are walking that traffic? There are so many more opportunities to reach out at people and just talk about it. That's 100 person versus just say like 6,000 people. I mean, you can you get more people interacting with you versus just sitting at home doing nothing, which I never liked vendors, but I will never not do a vendor again.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Like, I could not talk to enough people just by making a post on my social media. Just like you said, like, I agree 100%. Like, that's your opportunity to talk to the masses.
Yes.
And it's so amazing, you guys, because we just launched this brand new company, and that was my mindset going out. I was like, y'all, everybody's going to know about Ariel today. Everybody's going to know that I'm launching my business today. Everybody's going to know what I'm doing, but if you don't go out there and you don't give people the opportunity to know, then you're doing a disservice to yourself, you're doing a disservice to your business, and you're doing a disservice to this community, to your team, to the world. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Not only that, if you're nervous to do an event, do it scared, because look, I was all butterflies in my belly. I've done 2 events so far, and I was so nervous. My first one, I was like, oh my God, like giving myself pep talks. And once it started, I was like, why was I so nervous?
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is so fun. It was like a big party. That's what it felt like. Alicia, was you nervous? You've done more than me.
My first one, I was petrified, and I don't even know if I talked, but I can't tell you how many I've done now. I've done 15 maybe. I mean, I try to do one every freaking weekend. If they're 2 days event, I do them. Like, just do them. Why not? What is going to happen? You can sit at home and do nothing, or you can go to this vendor show and talk to thousands of people, and your business up there.
Yes. And you actually did it the day, like our last day before we launched.
Yeah.
So
yes.
2 days ago.
That was insane.
How was your success?
Oh my gosh. It was incredible. I mean, that morning I'm like, I have a vendor show all day. Like, I don't know if I'm going to hit my goals, but then I'm like, okay, this is the last day, you guys. Like, let's go. Do you want to sign up? You need this. Do you want to sign up? You need this. And your excitement gets everybody else drawn in. Mm-hmm. And then obviously your success is going to go up. And I was just pumped. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, the more pumped up you are about your business, the more they're going to be pumped up and like, why is she so excited about this? Like, why? Like, what is it? Now I got to look into it, because if she's so excited, obviously it's something that I want to be excited about. And they attract to you and they look into it. Well, then there it goes. I mean, the products speak for themselves, and so does the comp plan. So
yes, baby. I love it. So Alicia, how do you book events? Like, what do you do?
So I go on Facebook, and I don't know, I found this weird group. You can find them all over in your area. If you type in vendors near me or vendors, mine is in South Dakota, and it gives you like all these, like, people post all over in them, and you just find the ones that attract you, find the bigger ones, and you just do them. I mean, you obviously you can look back at like people's success or like the reviews on them and see like if other people had success and just kind of go off of that. Or you figure out like, okay, what is the predicted amount of people going to be there? So if there's like, I don't know, a couple hundred, it's like, oh, that event's not going to be the greatest. But then look for the events that, okay, like your state fairs and your county fairs, those are going to have thousands and thousands of people. So you just do those and you just book them. And they're going to be, I mean, your price range is okay. I mean, some of them you're going to find free. Some of the smaller towns, their fairs, and those are some of the really good ones too. And they're going to be free. Otherwise, you have like your state fairs and stuff that are going to run like $500. But think about it this way. Your free ones probably aren't going to have like 1 million people. That's why they're free. You have your state fairs, county fairs. You're looking at thousands and thousands of people. You're probably going to make that $500 back. I mean, okay, you have 2 platinums. Hello, you just made your money back, you guys. Like, it's not too hard to make your money back. So you just got to really, I don't know, look into it and just kind of see it. And like, I don't even care how far it is. I mean, kind of care how far it is, but I go to some of them, they're like 3 hours away.
Yeah.
And they say your friends and your family are your worst critics. So why sit in your own little town and do it when you can go, you have the whole freaking United States, you guys. So get out there and go to these places, make new friends. And I mean, the sky is the limit.
Get out of your hometown.
Yes.
Get out of your hometown, you guys. You ever heard you can't preach in your hometown?
Mm-hmm. Yep. For sure.
Don't limit yourself. You know, the vendor event that I did the last day, I went an hour away into the city because I live in the bayou. So I went to the city and did a vendor's event, and it was just so great. I was able to meet people from all over the place, you guys. But look, don't worry that you don't have enough to do a show. Don't worry if you don't have every single product. Do not worry or say that you cannot do a vendor's event. I'm going to tell you this. Back when we knew that we were launching this brand new company, before we even had products out, you guys, before we even had products, I believe it was in October of last year, me and my husband went to a vendor show and we didn't have nothing. We didn't even have like a flyer. Like we had us. But we were so excited and so on fire and had vision for this company that we went to this vendor's event and just went talk to everybody. We went around talking to every single vendor, creating relationships with them and talking about their business and then letting them know about our business opportunities. We also just went around talking to, maybe we recognized somebody, we want to talk to them, or somebody that had a child and we're like, oh my God, he's so cute. And just started a conversation, made friends, walked around. We had talked to so many people that day. By the end of the day, we was both like, we was so hoarse, and I will never forget. It built our confidence in what we were doing right away. We were like, man, we don't need products to be successful in our hands. Like, we don't need a table. Like, we don't need nothing. We just need our passion, and we need to be excited, and we just need to open our mouths, because that's our most powerful weapon, you guys, is our mouths and our heart. So use that. Don't be thinking that you got to hold yourself back because you ain't got every single product. Mm-hmm. I want you to realize that right now. You know, it's all about building relationships. So Alicia, how do you kind of prepare for the night before? Let's say you booked your event, you paid your fee. Some of them are like, I booked one that was $25 and $75. They have all the way up, you guys. And you just find what works for you and what you can get in now. So how do you prepare for that, Alicia?
So I basically, the night before, I make sure I have everything in order. I mean, I don't ever physically set up my table or whatever, because I just kind of go off the past ones and I figure out like that worked, that didn't work there. And I just kind of go by that. But you just make sure you have everything. Okay. Do you have your business cards? Or a popple just to hit their phone. And I mean, so they have some way to communicate with you. Do you have your products that you're taking? Do you have your basics? I mean, your basic necessities. Do you have a tablecloth? Do you have your table? Like, figure out the fees. Is the vendor gonna provide a table? Are they gonna provide a tent? Check your weather. Always check your weather before you go. Megan found that out.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't do all that. I just show up, right? I expected my husband or somebody else to do that. We
mhm,
got rain, we got like stormed on. I mean, it was so fun, but at the same time, look, check
mhm,
the weather.
always. I mean, even that. I mean, by checking the weather, okay, it's gonna be windy out. You're obviously gonna want to do it. You're gonna want to pop like 3 chill pills because you're gonna need them. I promise you. Make sure you just have everything that you need. Like, be prepared. I mean, it's an event. Just prepare for an event like you would anywhere else. I mean, if you're planning a bridal shower, a baby shower, you're gonna plan like all the things that you need. Just no different than that, basically. I mean, just be prepared. If it's windy and you need to bring weights for your stuff, I mean, just think ahead of like every possibility that could happen. The what if it storms? Do I have a tent? What if it, I mean, what if the wind comes up? Do you have anchors, your stuff anchored down? Like, you're going to blow away. I mean, just basically stuff like that.
Yeah, something that helped me out was definitely sunscreen. I got sunburned my first one. I was under the tent, but I still got sunburned. So I always bring sunscreen. I also bring a small towel because me and my husband, we be like dabbing because we get sweaty because we are just all over the place and it's hot. I mean, we in South Louisiana, right? So think about these things and bring you like little snacks, bring you a big gallon of water, like things that are going to keep you comfortable and keep you like fueled up that you can keep going, you know, that you're able to enjoy yourself. Also something that I suggest is maybe having a little paper with your Venmo, your PayPal, your Cash App names available so that way people can see like that you accept payments, right? That you accept those payments. So like if they want samples or something, or if you have product on hand that you want to sell for cash, they can pay you those ways. You know, I find that's really helpful to have on your table.
Yes, for sure.
Something like Alicia says, she makes her mock table. I do that as well. I want to make sure that it looks pretty. So I set up my table in my house the night before and I just kind of fill in the little spots and then I'll take a picture of it. So then when I go to the event the next day, I can set it up just like that, right? So I'm satisfied with what it looks like, all the things. Also, something that you could really do is make a paper with like your name, your website, and then the price of like the products. Um, if you need that, I have one made already. It's not fancy. It ain't whatever. It's just a paper of some, like if I have a lot of older people, they're like, do you have
Yep.
a pamphlet? Do you have a paper? I'm like, here you go. You know, so they have something, they want to take something. People want to walk up to your booth and be able to take something with them, right?
Yes.
So I think that that would be something really cool. If you need that, then I can definitely provide that for you guys. If you want to spice it up and make it cute, that's on you. I'm very simple and you know, it is what it is. They get this paper, that's what's up. So something else. Oh wait,
Touching on that, Megan, touching on that, one thing that is a really good point, because if somebody says, oh, how much are those? And you don't know off the top of your head, well, then you have to, okay, let me look it up on my phone really quick. And if your internet's lagging, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Just bear with me. And people get annoyed with that. So just right there, have it handy. So there's no delay and they're getting annoyed with you at all. Like, you want to keep that excitement flowing the whole entire time.
Yeah, have that information in front of you. It's gonna benefit them, it's gonna benefit you. It's just gonna make it easier, right? And we wanna work, you know, smarter, not harder. And when you're at an event, I want you to be able to enjoy yourself. So another thing to get ready and prepared that I like to do is get my, like, once I get my table ready, I want to get a giveaway prepared. Okay, I want to get a giveaway prepared. I want to make sure that I have something to put on my table to attract people. So if I know I'm going to like a fair or a place where there's going to have like face painting and like little rides, I know there's going to be kids. So I'm bringing some candy, and I'm bringing the good candy because I know what kids like, right? So I always put candy on my table because that is such an amazing way to get people over at your table, right? So I always do a candy and then a giveaway. I want to give you guys if you haven't noticed, your CEOs are freaking incredible, right? They are amazing. And every month they do a special promo. You guys, they've been given free products for every $200 order. Like this is going on this month, right? So you guys, you can so easily do a giveaway without even having to give away anything from your pocket. There's this new product called Lions Pride. And once you make your monthly order, you're going to get it for free anyway. So I want you to market it on your table for your vendors event saying, I'm doing a free product giveaway. I'm doing a free product giveaway. If you want to print out a picture of it, you can print out a picture of it. If you've already made your order, you're going to be getting it soon. You know what I mean? So all those things. So once you get it in, that's your tool. But you can do events without even having it in yet. But just know that you have that tool in your arsenal on your belt to use, right? So I know that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm giving away a free product. I'm getting that free product in my order, but I'm going to use that at my vendors event, at my shows, you know, whatever. So I'm already having that prepared. So figure out how you want to market that. Figure out, you know, if you have the worms, I would bring that and put that on my table and be like, you're going to get a free bottle of CBD gummies. That's it. They ain't got to know it ain't going to be the worms. If you got extra worms, then do the worms, you know? So it's definitely up to you. All right. So now that you are prepared, you got to show up and you got to set up, right? So Alicia, how do you set up, you know, once you show up, like what's going on? What are you thinking?
So when I set up, obviously you have your basic needs or whatever. And then I just kind of set it up. What's going to be attracting? So if I was walking by, what would grab my eye at that? Obviously our colors speak volume. I mean, we have teal, pink, black, like all those just pop right there. Okay. So you have your tablecloth. I like to do a tablecloth that doesn't blend in with the products and everything. So I go with a teal tablecloth because our boxes are black, our tinctures are black. Some of it, like, so you just kind of want them to pop. So you want that, you don't want everything to just blend in. And then what I found last vendor show that I really love was a visual. People love visual. So instead of saying like, okay, well, you can become a founder for $200, they're like, $200 or like a platinum for $500. They're like, that's a lot of money. But I found that works is I have two boxes. I have a small welcome box and a big one. So my big one, I put everything that is in the gold platinum. And I say, okay, well, this is what you're going to get for $500. They're like, I'm going to get all of that. I'm like, you're going to get all of this. And they're like, that's a lot of product. I'm like, that is a lot of product. And it's only $500. And I do the same with like a gold. I do like the daily gold pack or just whatever I have on hand that I just kind of put together and be like, I mainly try to use like hot products, not stuff that's not very popular. So I do that too. And they're like, so I can get all of this if I do this and I can do this. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, $25 and this, and you're in. And so a visualization for them, I found out really works really well. And like, I try to group things in categories. So like in one little area, I do like the weight loss. I do the drop it like it's hot. So what I do is I have like a 3-tier thing, and I do the protein, and then I do the slim thick and the
Gold
digger. And I do those on the top. So I can always refer to, okay, you can do this whole pack for this, or you can do just this top triple threat for this. And then I try to do my other display with like the other products, and I keep like the gummies together, I keep the capsules together, and I keep the tinctures together. So it's just easy to find stuff. So you're not like, oh, where is that product? So it's just easier to know exactly where stuff is. And it's just easier for them to see too. And another thing that I found is with different tiers and stuff, I researched this before I started doing vendors. When you're walking by, you kind of want something that's mainly eye level with you. So it kind of grabs their attention, because if you have everything just laying on the table, it doesn't bring them in. So they can see it from a distance and they're like, oh, what is that? Like, what does she have over there? So it just kind of grabs their attention when it's up higher and not just sitting on the table. Because if something's sitting on the table, you more or less, you're just going to skim over it and you're going to look in the horizon. Otherwise, if you have something that is higher up, Well, it's just eye level. So you look and boom, there it is. Like, what is that? So that's really grabbing. And I like to have a sign. I mean, you don't have to have a sign. I mean, my first one, I drew it with a color crayon. I mean, be creative, make it look pretty. Like just something that says like, I am Ariel, like Ariel is right here. So just try to grab their attention when you set up for stuff. So that's how I kind of set up.
Dang.
And I always have like a sheet that says you can get samples, like, hello, I have samples here.
Yes.
Or another one, like always have your business cards or something that they can take away with them.
I love that. I asked Alicia what the heck she was doing before I went to my event. And she had told me about doing the platinum and the gold, like a visual, like in a box. And I was like, well, dang, I got 2 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried it out. So I tried it out the same day. We were both at an event the last day before we launched, and it was incredible. I really, really, really love this idea, because even when I put the gold platinum products in the box, I was like, dang. I was like, it's like you don't even realize, until it is in front of you. And I was like, well, I already knew it was a lot of products, but wow, like now seeing it, I'm like, who wouldn't want to get this? Like, wow. So it's just amazing. And I love all those things that you do. That's incredible. One of the things that I make sure that I do is I'm bringing somebody with me. I'm bringing, if you're local and you're working your business, I want you to come with me to a vendor's event. You guys bring your team with you. You're not going to be as nervous, first of all. Second of all, you're going to help not only build your confidence and the way that you're able to speak about your company, but you're going to help your team as well. You know, and you're going to grow together. And isn't that what this is about? Is growing together. So I encourage you, bring your team. It is so much fun. Those memories that y'all gonna make. My last vendor event, I had like 3 other rock stars there that showed up. We was all running in the rain together, screaming when it would thunder. Like, it was so funny. And they ain't never gonna forget that, you know. But not only that, they even told me before we left, and even after we left, they called me, all of them, was just like, man, I've never been a part of something like this before. The way that you're able to talk about this business, I want to be able to talk like you. I want to be able, and you know, and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, you was like, you know, it's so crazy, because from the first hour we were there to the second hour is a complete different shift in each and every single one of them. And you want to be better at talking to people, you got to talk to people. You want to be better at sharing your vision and sharing, you know, this opportunity, then that's exactly what you got to do. And so that's why I'm encouraging you, grab your teammates and go do a vendor's event. It's so freaking fun. It is so fun. So now that you're set up, how do you talk to people, Alicia? How do you get people to come over to your table? And once they're there, how does it kind of go?
So what I do is, okay, one, I have to say this. Don't bring a chair to sit on. If you are sitting down, your business is closed. I bring a chair every time, but I thought about this and I'm like, if I'm sitting down, they don't think I'm interested in them.
Yeah.
So if I'm standing, I can see them walking by. I can see them looking at my table. Okay. If they're looking, I'm like, hey, how are you? Like, how are you today? Any good finds? Like, what'd you buy? And I just kind of ask them about how are you enjoying the day? Oh my gosh, the weather is so beautiful today. Oh my gosh, where'd you get your ice cream? Like, is it just down there? Like, how much was it? I want one. I'm going to go get one after this. And it brings them in that they're talking. Okay, now they're standing in front of you. They're looking, they're like, so what do you have? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you haven't heard of Ariel before? I'm like, we are a multi-million-dollar company. We launched, well, before I did them, I'm like, we launch on this date.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is incredible. Like, you don't ever hear about companies making this many $1 million in, let alone this many months versus a year. And you just hype it up. And they're like, you've done that many. And a lot of times people are like, this is your business. Like, you made that. I'm like, damn right. But obviously, I mean, this is your business.
That's what I say.
This is your business. And they're like, so where are you based out of? And I'm like, well, Florida. And they're like, you traveled here? I'm like, no, but you can do what I do too. And I mean, we can go there. I mean, we can go to Florida if you want. And you just kind of feel out the person. Like, I mean, you just feel out their vibe and you just go off their vibe. And if they're feeling it, then you kind of just, yeah, you just go by their vibe and see how they're feeling. And then always find something to draw them in. Like if they have a brace on their leg or something, you're like, what happened? And they're like, oh, my knee hurts so bad. I'm like, girl, I got you. Like, here's some dab. And you just bring up like, or if they look really tired, or if they're saying, oh, it's been a long day, I'm like, dude, I have energy for you. Like, this stuff is bomb. I take it at 5, or I wake up at 5 in the morning. I take this with my breakfast time and I'm good for the rest of the day. And it just draws them in. Or like, if they say they're tired, I'm like, you should take one of these hibernation before you go to bed and you're going to feel like a brand new person in the morning. So you just kind of feel them out and see like what they're feeling that day or how they're doing. And it's easier sales.
Yeah.
So that's what I like to do.
All about relating with people. Recognize your audience, recognize who's walking up, or recognize who's passing and that you want them to walk up. Mm-hmm. I say hello to every single person that's walking, even if I know they walking fast because they like legitly trying to go somewhere. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, hey, and they walk past. I'm just letting everybody know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I'm seeing like my first vendors event, like it was like more like children based, right? So if I seen a child pass, I'm like, hey, cutie. And I'm talking to the kid and the mom obviously is going to stop and look at me. And I look up at the mom now that I got the kid's attention. I say, can he have a candy? I have candy. And then I get them over at my table, man. I got candy. Yep. So are you guys from here? I'm not from here, but I live like 30 minutes down the bayou, and I'll start talking and I'll just start this conversation with this mom that had no idea that she was coming over to my table, but now she is. And now we're engaging in a conversation and I'm finding ways to relate with her. Maybe she had some cute freaking shoes on. I love shoes. So I'm like, dang girl, like, where'd you get your shoes? Those are so cute. Just having conversations and then saying, have you ever heard of Ariel? Like if they're like, so what do you have going on here? And they always say that. Don't they always say that? So like after you relate with them and they're like, oh, okay, I kind of like this girl. Well, what do you have going on over here? And I'm like, have you ever heard of Ariel? You probably haven't, because me and my family, we have been working so hard all year. We've been in pre-launch and now we finally launched this company. Right? This is our company. I'm doing this for my family, for our friends, and we have done amazing. I knew we was going to do good, but we have blown the roof off this thing, and we've done over 9 million in sales just in pre-launch in eight months. And they're like, what? And I'm like, girl, I'm telling you, when I might be from a small town, but my dreams don't have to be small, right? And I'm so excited that you're over here at my table and hearing what I'm doing. I would love if you would give me a shout out on your social media. Do you have Facebook? I'm just trying to get my name out there. I'm doing this for my family. This is my family, and I'm pointing at my team. My team is with me, and I'm telling them I'm doing this for my family. We are doing this together. We have big goals. We have big dreams. We've been helping people all year, and now we finally get to launch. Would you mind taking a picture of us and posting us on your Facebook? I said, I'll even give you an entry in to win one of my free products. I will give you a free product. I will put you in for my giveaway. Nobody has ever told me no. They have never told me no, because I'm being genuine. I'm telling them how excited and passionate I am about what I'm doing. And I'm telling them like, they don't have to be in the picture. I even tell them like, look, you don't even have to be in the picture. I said, if you want to, I would love to take a picture with you because you are so beautiful. Like, I really vibe with you. But if you just want to take a picture of us, I said, I'm down with that too. I said, I love taking pictures and I would love for the world to see what we're doing here. Right. And then I'm getting them on social media, on Facebook, and I'm helping them make that post before they walk away. Before they walk away, I said, okay, all right. I said now, and they're like, okay, so what should I write? I'm like, well, you can say, hey, y'all, I just met this cute girl. She like got the cutest fanny pack. Like, and I start making them laugh, and they're like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, you ain't got to put all that, but you could put this. And then I'm saying whatever it is that I want them to put. Like, obviously, before we had launched, I said to put that she launches her company tomorrow and she's filling founder positions. Y'all have got to check this girl's this girl's business out. Comment below for information, like stuff like that. And I legit told them exactly what to post, and I gave them exactly what to post. So that is like my strong suit. That is what has been working so well for me. And I encourage you guys to do that. Y'all, events aren't just about selling stuff. It ain't. If you sell a few samples and if somebody wants to sign up here and there, like that's amazing. That's awesome. You know, you're out being able to meet all these people. To me, I'm there to network. I'm there to grow my audience on my business, because it's not all about who you know, baby. It's about who you meet and who they know that they know that they know. Right? So that's how you're going to build your business, because I'm not going to be successful by just building my business here on the bayou. There ain't enough people that share my vision. There ain't enough people who are hungry for an opportunity, I feel like, that are open in my own community. But if I could find somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, then I have an opportunity, right? So that's the whole idea. And that's what I want you to I want you to dive in deep and focus on, and make sure that you do it. Make sure you connect with that person before they leave your table. Make a connection. That's what you're there for. Make a connection, right? It's so amazing, because I've got two new conversations in my inbox from somebody that person who tagged me knows, right? I don't even know that person. They from New Orleans. I'm way down here in the South. Like, that's amazing. She would have never gotten my inbox if that lady didn't share me on Facebook, and became friends with me. So I'm really excited about that. So you guys, don't be afraid to network. We are network marketers. That's what we do. We make friends for a living, right, Alicia?
Yes, for sure.
For a living.
For sure. Oh. Can't get better than that.
So Alicia, how do you close the deal with people? I know you've been killing it at samples. I kind of want you to tell us a little bit about that, and then how you've also been networking with people and then closing.
So my samples, I have been going a little cheaper, which obviously I've been doing like $3 per sample. And I'd say, well, they go, well, what are you sampling? And I said, anything on this table, I can get you a sample of. And I always have I do like Jello shot containers just because I had a bunch of them. And that's what I did. And I give them that. I mean, if they want some of the Wildcat, I put some of that in there, and you just explain to them and always say, hey, I'm going to need you to add me on Facebook though, so I can tell you how to take it, or all the stuff about it. And then you always have your in with them there. But samples are huge. I mean, obviously when they're saying how they feel, or they're like, well, what's this? What's this? I'm like, well, I can give it to you for a sample for this much if you want to. But I mean, and that's been golden for me. I mean, the last vendor show, my mom was with me, and I told my mom said, dude, we're going to have to start limiting people to 2 samples per person, because some of them were getting a lot. And she's like, we're going to run out of product. Both of our products are going to be gone. And I have a lot of products, and I'm looking, I'm like, crap, we're running out of products fast, which, I mean, that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
But that just means that you're doing something right. You're talking to them right if they want to sample it. So, I mean, and then you just kind of give them or you can say, well, you can sample this, but I have a better deal for you. If you want the full bottle, and then you have all the benefits too, or if you sign up, you can get paid also. But you can get 1 sample from me, or you can buy this bottle of it for all, I mean, and most of the time, well, I'll sample just 1, but then, well, what's your website, or sign me up, and then I'll just get the full bottle too if I like this one, so that they know the price point of everything, and they're more drawn to getting the full product. And then I always tell them I mean, you can take the sample, or you can buy a bunch of these samples, but I mean, you get the whole bottle, you sign up, and you get all the perks. So say you hate the product or something, or say something happens, you have customer service to go to, and you have those options, or I mean, then basically just kind of that stuff.
We got that happiness guarantee.
Yeah.
So it all starts with a sample, and then you can just talk them up from there. If they're if you have a sign saying I have samples, and they're like, what's the sample?
Right. Everybody loves samples.
You're using your personal products, right?
Yep.
like to sample one.
Yep.
Okay, that's an awesome idea. So you're making cash like that. So
Yeah.
guys, $5 a sample, right?
If you need fast cash, that's a genius way to do it. Like if you are short on cash, open your mouth and get out there, and you have all your products. Like, yeah, you're going to want to keep them. Like, I'm selfish. I want my products, but I mean, if you're going to pay me for them, sure. Like we paid for our entire, like, what did my mom sold so much product samples and products that she bought her entire gold package.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, it can buy your monthly commission. So if you go out there to a vendor show, a couple vendors can buy your whole commission. So it's a no-brainer. I mean, yeah, you're getting rid of those products, selling them, but that's also making you commission qualified, which, hello, you're getting paid more money then. Like, it's a no-brainer.
So once people were like, okay, yeah, I want a sample, and you're like $5, for a sample. And then if you have the sample packs, you guys, well, you can be like, well, you can get 6 for $25. See, okay, so for the CBD and the CBD free, how one's 20 and one's 25, I sell all mine for 25. Because I get confused if I got to think about it, if it has CBD or whatever, and it's not, I don't want to be like, so I just do a 25 for all of them, right? So you get 6 gummies. So they're actually getting a gummy free. If they're like, looking at the single gummy option to the sample option. And then you're like, and actually, if you want a full bottle of that, it'll be $50, or whatever. And you'll get 30, depending on what gummy, obviously. But just to show them, like, look, it gets better and better and better the more you want to buy. Like, if you want to buy this sample right now and you want the bottle, I'll give you my VIP pricing. I got you. Don't worry. You met me here today. I'm going to hook you up. That's always let them know. Look, you met me here today. I'm going to hook you up. Okay. I love that. You guys, I have, as far as signing up people there, if they're like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm gonna take a bottle of this. I'm gonna take a bottle of these libido gummies because me and my husband need it. You said there's that 60-day happiness guarantee, right? Yes. Okay. All right. Well then, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna do it. Okay, perfect. I'll pull out my phone. You don't need no laptop. You don't need no iPad. You don't need no extra go-go gadgets, all this stuff. Just pull out your phone. You guys, you earn an extra income working on your phone. Show them how easy it is, right? Start filling it out. Obviously, we're having this brand new website I'm super pumped about. So it's going to be so easy. Just pull it up, give it to them to fill out their information, right? And as they're doing that, just continue conversation with them, or maybe they're with somebody, just having a conversation on the side, making them feel like nice and like welcomed and that you're excited. If you do like if somebody, you could also do, if somebody purchases like on your website, they get a free whatever, like sample or something, you can always do that. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can always do that. Or that paper that has all the prices on it, just start writing your information, or somebody, whoever they're with, say, hey, give me your Facebook. Let me get you guys on Facebook while she's doing that. And I'm going to put you guys in for a free product. I really hope that you guys win. I'm so glad and honored to meet you here today. I'm so thankful that you're supporting my local business. Like we talked about before, show your vision. I might be from a small town, but my dreams don't have to be small. And I'm very thankful for you guys. And I know that you're going to freaking love this. Me and my husband we love these gummies. You're going to enjoy it, and just close it. Let people walk away knowing and feeling appreciated. Let them know how much it means to you, that they are taking their time and taking their money to invest into your business. Alicia, do you have anything else to add, baby girl?
I would say, okay, so say you give a person your business card, it has your website on it, 9 out of 10 times they are going to go home. That business card is going to stay in their purse. Always, and you're not going to know who they are. If you don't get their name, their number, their Facebook, anything, they're gone. You wasted your time. I mean, it's that 1% chance that they're going to come back. So always never let them, and that's a mistake I did, and I learned fast. Always get their Facebook or their number or something. And even like the number, what I found out too, is if they give you a number, say, okay, I'm going to shoot you a text right now. Quick respond to me so I know that I typed it in right. Otherwise, sometimes they can give you phony numbers and then you're like, okay, well, they're gone now. So definitely like always get their stuff and make sure that they interact with you first before they leave, because, and then like Megan said, like, hey, if you add me on Facebook, then I mean, that's your entry into the giveaway. And I mean, nine times out of 10, they're always like, okay. Otherwise, I had one person like, well, I don't have my phone. I'm like, so give me your number then. I'll text you right now. I mean, never let them walk away without getting their information. Never, because you can always follow up with them. They leave that table, you go home that next day. If they bought samples, and like, even like if you have their Facebook or something, you type in, hey, it's Alicia. Hope you loved the gummy or something, you know what I mean? Or put whatever so that, you know, when you follow up with them later on that day or whatever, you can say, oh my God, like you got the energy gummy. How did you feel the whole rest of the day?
Yeah.
So you know what they got instead of just, okay, they had this, like, what did they get?
You'll forget.
So, when you're talking to that many thousands of people, you're not going to remember. You're not going to remember. So always write down like what they're interested in, and always get their information, always. So you can always follow up.
Every time I add one of them or they add me on social media, I screenshot it and I'll save it in my notes in my phone. Mm-hmm. And like Alicia said, like I'll put like energy, libido under their name. So I remember, okay, I remember that girl. She was interested in that. Or like opportunity, bodyguard. Like I remember, okay, that's that girl, you know? So that's an awesome tip. I'm so glad you brought that up because it's so true, you guys. And once you have them on social media, go on each of their profiles and click follow, see first. Follow them, show them love. If it's their birthday, tell them happy birthday. Comment on whatever they tagged you in underneath their post and tell them how much you appreciate them, because all their friends are going to see that, how much you appreciate them, and that this is an amazing opportunity and you're so glad that you get to do this and that they're supporting your business. Like whatever you want to say, whatever you had them post about, just go on there and comment on it, hype it up. And then once people start commenting on it, engage with them, comment underneath their stuff. So an event doesn't just stop at the event, right? It goes way beyond that. And so I want you to see how important doing events are, because it's going to grow your market extremely and fast, right?
It's not only going to grow your market, it's going to grow you as a person. You're going to become more familiar with everything in the products. You're talking about those all the time. It's going to grow you along with your business.
By the end of the day, I'm a professional.
It is. I didn't think I could do vendors, but after these many, I'm like, I will never not do a vendor. Never. Like,
I love it.
It's addicting. Like, it's
fun.
So You're out there. It is. It's so much fun. If you haven't done one yet, you are freaking missing out. Like, my gosh.
Don't miss out, you guys. We are so glad that you're hopping on, that you watched this training with us. I mean, we've been killing events and we want to see you guys killing events too. Y'all, we are making moguls. So get up, get out, book the event, do the work, show up, and have an amazing time. Go make some friends. That's what we do. Go make some friends. Bye, you guys.